offense was one of the best in the country. The way they do it, is it? Can you appreciate how fast he's been able to establish that? Given how to come in here and get new stuff started is a really tough task.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, he had a little while longer than us to get it going. But obviously, he's a very experienced coach, and I really think that he had some very experienced pieces coming back, and some guys who are very savvy basketball players, and that's what it takes. That's not that we don't have any savvy players. They have really good players who also have been experienced and had the chance to play in the NCAA tournament last year. So I think that he stepped into a really good situation. But he's also a great coach, though.
What makes that sort of style of offense challenging to defend?
Because they all can play, they all can dribble, pass, and shoot, and you really can't key off anybody, and to take plays where you can make them do something different that they don't want to do. Each one of those guys. I mean, Shane Southwell. I remember I recruited him when he was in high school. He was a point guard, and he plays a four spot. So that's a really big difference. A guy with a feel at that position playing the four spot is really, really tough to defend. So they got guys that come off the bench that are good role players that just play their roles and not really looking to do anything other than just be a good piece. So that they have good chemistry too. So that really just lends itself to having a really good team, and that's what they've done so far.
Have you noticed a difference since Ty's game on Saturday, just his confidence ticking up after a performance like that?
Well, I certainly hope so. That's something that I've been kind of looking forward to from Ty, and I've been kind of encouraging him every single game is that you need to shoot the ball, you need to be more aggressive, and even I thought he could have taken a couple more shots. He still fights it, and I just make him understand that you're a senior. You have to find a way. You're the only one that's played in all these games. You kind of have to take the bull by the horns and try to do a couple things. Forget about making mistakes and go out there and just do the best you can and let me decide, what's too much and what's not enough. But doing nothing is not an option. You have to try something.
Is it an added bonus when a guy that hasn't been doing a whole lot kind of surprises you almost a little bit like that?
I shouldn't say he surprised me. I know what he's capable of doing. It's just gratifying that he actually put it into practice. The application of it is what makes me happy. And, to see him, he hasn't had the greatest year thus far, and to see him have a good game like that against a quality opponent, hopefully that gives him confidence going forward.
Their motion offense that they run is kind of a little bit of a different look. Kind of tough to try to cram all that in here in just really 1 or 2 days.
Yeah. Really, I feel like if we come out and we play defense and just when your teammate gets beat, you just have to be there for them. I mean, that's really the bottom line to defense. I mean, so if we come out and execute like that, then we'll have a good chance to win.
You guys, obviously turnovers have been a struggle, and it seems like kind of more the last few games. What do you kind of attribute maybe some of that
to? Just being impatient, rushing down the floor. Really patience. I mean, I feel like we don't never really use the shot clock that much as we should. I mean, when we're going on a run, we cut it to 4. I feel like we should have came down, ran a play and made them guard us. So just impatience and just being careless with the ball, being nonchalant.
Would you like to see the offense slow down a little bit, use the shot clock more often?
Yeah, I mean, yeah. They could really improve us.
Being on Ty after the game he had on Saturday, talk about just how his confidence is growing and what a big part he can be for this team.
Man, I feel so proud of Ty, man. I think Ty can he can be like a catalyst for the team. He can slow it down. Ty's not the fastest person in the world, but I think it'll be really good for Ty. Playing more and stepping up.
Kind of a different look with the motion offense that they run is something that Weber put in there in a hurry. Is it just having 2 days to get ready for that? What kind of you guys have to focus on?
Well, really, they have a point guard that can get in the lane, and he's been causing people trouble. So we have to make sure we keep him out of the lane. And when he gets in there, he draws 2 or 3 people on him. He kicks it out to the open man. And either you have to play closeout on that wing man, or they're gonna hit an open 3.
Obviously, the turnover numbers in the last couple games have sort of risen. What kind of things do you attribute? I mean, obviously, you guys have some guys who don't have a lot of experience, but overall, what do you think is the reason for sort of some of the rise in those giveaways?
Those turnovers, I mean, they just kill you. It's just like we're giving the game to them. They don't even have to work sometimes. Like, we've turned the ball over in the first 5 to 10 seconds in the shot clock, and that just gives them a chance to, conserve energy and go down and get an easy layup on us. So, those kill us. We just have to work on that.
Outside of the turnovers, what do you think are some of the things you guys have to hone in on offensively?
Offensively, executing our plays, just, I mean, simple things like setting some up for a down screen or setting some up for a back screen, and rebounding. We have to get more offensive rebounds to get us second chances because a lot of other teams, I mean, they kill us on the second chance shots, and that just gives them most of their points. So we need to do the same thing and just crash the board offensively.
Talk about Ty Nurse, his game this weekend. Talk about how you've seen his confidence in these past couple days. Since that game.
So I'm real proud of Ty. He came out and played great with his first start this year, I think. And he just played good. I mean, he just needs the minutes. And I know he'll go out there and be effective for the team for sure.
You talk about how important it is to have a guy like that going, an older guy who can hit from the perimeter. Talk about his importance.
It's good having Ty out there because he's smart. I mean, and he's going to make good decisions, and he'll help us with those turnovers, and he can also hit shots from outside on the three, and he'll just be effective, I mean, in plenty of areas. And on defense, too, he's experienced, so he knows all the defensive things that we need to be executing, and I think he'll help us a lot.
Talk about you guys have kind of put pieces together in different games. Talk about trying to get everything together and get everyone on the same page to keep up with some of these Big 12 teams.
Everyone just has to be on the same page and pay attention in little things like film or, I mean, in the walkthroughs before games. Because those things kill you when you come out here in the Big 12. You need to have any advantage that you can possible. So, I mean, things like paying attention to film and the scout on the other team will really help us.
What makes K-State so good? What's kind of one of the big challenges they bring to the table?
They have a lot of scorers. They can score inside and they can score out. They have a wingman, Magruder, who's pretty good. He can go down and play the 4 spot, or he can come out and play the 2 or the 3, and that hurts you. And they have another man, Southwell, is about the same type of player as him, and he can score. And like I said, their point guard, he gets in the paint and he causes trouble for the big man. He might get people in foul trouble as far as his penetrating, and our bigs have to help uphill, and we leave the post open. So, I mean, they have a lot of weapons that they'll be using.